I don't know if it's working.
It is. You're good. Yeah. Hi, everybody.
Oh wait, there you go. Sorry.
Hi, everybody. We're here on live sessions with Devin of the Lovely Colors.
What
Yay.
up? Hi.
So I'm excited because I just love you guys, and
Thank you.
um, you guys have been just killing it with music. And I got to see you guys
Thank
live
you.
open for, I think it was Megs, right? Megs and the Olsen.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
and I
My
was
boys.
just like that first time. I was like, dude, these guys are fucking cool. Like I was,
Oh, thank you.
yes.
Well, we
So
appreciate your support so much. Thank
yeah,
you.
of course, man. I'm all about it. Like it
Yeah,
was
you
cool.
are.
I
Yeah.
walked away. I
Yeah,
walked
you're
away.
like you're all up in the music scene. It's awesome to see you like be such a fan of like the locals, you know.
Yeah, I love it all. I There hasn't been a musician that I find that I don't like just yet. So um,
That's amazing.
so
That's
yeah,
great.
I've been able to do like 150 of these now, and um,
Wow.
yeah, and so I find that just everybody is just talented in their own way, you know.
Oh, that's very cool. Well, it's
Yeah,
dope that you're tapping into like the local scene like this. I know like we all appreciate it so much, like having, people like you that give us a platform to talk and
yeah,
just get our stuff out there. It's cool. So thank
yeah,
you.
of course. Yeah, well, you're welcome.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the lucky one because I get to just talk to you guys and learn all about your music and get to be
Oh
friends with
yeah.
like, the coolest people. So
Hell yeah. That's rad.
so I
Nice.
feel pretty lucky too.
Yes.
But
That's very sweet.
so why don't you tell everybody like a little bit about you guys and like how you guys came to be, and for people who don't, I haven't had you on yet, so give some people the lowdown of you guys. Oh no, Dev. Okay, guys, he kind of went. Let's
I'm
see if we can
back.
come back. Are you back? Are you back?
Can you see me? Can you hear me?
I can see you and hear you now. Yeah.
Perfect. Sorry about that. I just got off my Wi-Fi. It might be a little touchy or something. So,
Okay.
um, but yes, a little bit about us. We are just a group of four dudes who started a band 2 years ago. And I played with our drummer and for like 10 years in other bands. So me and him kind of got together and decided we wanted to start a project after our last band. And then we found our bassist because I've known him for a super long time. We grew up in Alaska together, and then he now lives in Seattle. So that was a obvious decision was to bring him in because we had always been really good friends. And then we were introduced to our guitarist Patrick, and just all kind of worked out really well. We all started just getting together like 2 years ago, writing songs and rehearsing. And then like 6 months in or so, we decided we needed a name and we needed to kind of get things rolling because we were really excited about the songs that we had put together.
Yeah.
So since then, it's just been kind of us trying to find our way in the scene in Seattle and trying to like figure out where we fit with everything. And
Yeah.
we've just been playing shows like crazy and trying to release as much music as possible. And we have a bunch of new music on the way. We only have a handful of tracks out now, but we're looking to double that number here this summer. So we'll have hopefully a ton more tunes out. But yeah. So just a local indie rock band trying to make their
Yeah.
way, I guess.
So how'd you come up with the name?
Oh, so the name is from we had like so many names and they just none of them were quite hitting right. And we're just like, fuck, like what do we do? What do we do?
Yeah.
Like, and we wanted to start booking shows really badly, and so I got in like this mode where I was just like watching anything I was watching. I was just trying to find phrases that I liked, or anything that I was
Yeah.
listening to. I was trying to find phrases that I liked, and I was like randomly watching an interview with Liam Gallagher from Oasis, one of my
Yeah.
favorite rock stars, and he
Yeah.
was he was talking about something, and he goes all the lovely colors, and he says it all in his British accent, and that was terrible accent, by the way. Um,
It's a good
and
effort
so yeah,
though.
I heard him say all the lovely colors, and I was like, the lovely colors. So I went to the guys and I was like, what if we're called the lovely colors? And then James was like, well, let's just drop the and we'll be lovely colors, and
Yeah.
that's how it came about. And then we kept the U in there for some reason, but it
Yeah.
confuses everybody.
It does, yeah. In the beginning, I was trying to look it up, and I was like, "Why am I not finding this?" Like,
Yeah, I guess we were trying to stay true to Liam's
yeah,
accent. Maybe I don't know.
yeah.
I
That's
don't know why
awesome
we decided
though.
that, but yeah, yeah. Yeah, we had some weird ones in like different languages before and shit. They would
Yeah,
have been way like harder to look up. So this is, in comparison, this one's a lot easier.
yeah. What were some of the ones that you had from before, like before that one was settled on?
Oh
Just kind of
geez, I
curious.
don't know. Like like we wanted to. I think we were talk. Uh, sorry. I'm trying to think of what we were saying. I think one of them was called Le Animo, which meant the animals in like French or some shit.
Okay.
And then we were talking about what were the other ones? God damn it, I can't remember. I'll have to get back to you. I'll have to get back
Yeah,
to you. It was a while ago now, but
yeah,
um, yeah, Lovely Colors was the one that stuck out, so
yeah. I like
we
it,
stuck
but
with
you
that one.
know, it really kind of fits your guys' kind of flow though, like your guys' sound and your music. Like you just, it's very just, even though it's
Dope.
kind of rocky, it's very just like, you know,
Hey,
yeah. I like
cool.
it so
Well, I
much.
appreciate it. Yeah, that's good that it at least like matches in that way, because I always worry about that stuff. You know, a
Yeah,
band name is it's kind of important.
it is. Yeah, yeah. It
Yeah.
kind of identifies who you are as a band in some ways. You know.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. For
yeah.
sure.
So
Yeah.
tell us about the writing process for you guys and how that works for you guys.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, so it varies, you know, we like most of the time it'll be some kind of idea that one of us comes up with, and like we'll either roll with that, or like lately, like I'll just start off with like the bones of a song, and then we'll just like put our minds together and kind of make it better. That's been kind of
Yeah,
working for us a lot lately. So I'll just like write some melodies and some lyrics, and then just kind of have the guys play, you know, just try to make the best that we can possibly make the song. But yeah, it's kind of stemmed from anything. Like it could just be like a drum part or like a guitar riff, just anything that kind of inspires us in that moment, which is cool.
yeah,
And so we have some songs that are like we've written live, and so they kind of have that live energy. And then we have songs that we'll, write in a studio or like at home, and then we try to like recreate them live, and that's fun too. So
yeah.
yeah,
Has
kind
it
of
been
varies.
kind of, yeah, it sounds like you kind of all collaborate though, and it's a group effort rather than just one person writing everything. And
Sure, sure. Yeah, it
yeah,
feels that way. It's fun just to play music with a bunch of dope like musicians that like
yeah,
get like my like when I'm trying to communicate musically, they get it. So it's nice to have that. I'm really thankful
yeah,
for that. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. You guys have like a really great chemistry too. Like even on stage, it's just kind of cohesive and like,
Thank you.
Patrick decides to go off and play something or you do, they're just like, all right,
Yeah.
and they just kind of go
Yeah.
with it, like
Yeah, I love that musical telepathy stuff. That stuff
yeah,
that, it's hard to come by, and I'm really grateful that I have it with these dudes, because we just kind of
yeah,
all get it, on our
yeah,
own weird level that we've created. It's strange, but
yeah,
it's fun. Yeah.
yeah. But it's really good in the sense that it makes it a little easier though, like
Yeah, for sure.
just
For
to like
sure. And
make
like,
it
it's
trustful.
dope because like I said, I've been playing with the drummer Skylar, one of my best buds, for over 10 years. So we've just been writing songs together for, that long, since 2009. So I guess 11 years. And then me and the bassist have been playing like Blink 182 covers and been like homies since we were 12. So
Yeah,
that's like 15 years in the making. So it's cool that like we found our way to each other, and like can already have like this background, so it makes it easier for us to kind of
yeah,
get along musically. Like we all know where we've come from, basically, in this weird way. So
Yeah. And you kind
yeah,
of know each other in that way too. Like it's not like, all right, I get your sound, but maybe it doesn't fit. Like you guys kind of already
right,
know, it's like not new. And I'm sure that makes it
sure.
a lot better to like write with. And you're like, I know kind of how you're gonna do this, but like, you think you can make it a little better, like
Exactly. No, that's so true. That's kind of like our dynamic. And it took us a little bit to kind of get to that comfortable space, but once we did, we kind of
yeah,
locked in, and
yeah,
it was just nice to like, yeah, be able to have that trust in the dudes, and they just like
yeah,
I can kind of show them an
yeah,
idea, and they'll just be like, I'll
yeah.
find a way to send it, you know?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
it helps on stage too to make it look so flawless to people when you're playing too. And just like
that's super
be able
nice.
to like,
Yeah.
and me, I mean, I've seen you, I think 4 times in concert, and
Wow.
it's really cool to like see how you guys work together as a team. And you're just, even if like one of them, somebody messed up, it was either you or Patrick, there was like a note or something. And
Yeah.
like, if you, unless you know music or know the look of like, shit, I messed up, then you're
Yeah,
not gonna
yeah,
get it.
yeah.
But like, it was so cool because you turned around and Patrick just went right in and was like, just took right over, and nobody could
Nice.
have known, and so it was just really cool to kind of see that you guys just you trust each other enough to lift you up when something else happens,
I
and you
love
don't have
that.
to,
I
like,
love that.
you don't have to think about it, it's just okay,
That's
this is
dope that
what I'm
you've even like noticed that. Yeah,
saying.
that is sweet. I'm now you're making me even more thankful for
Yeah.
these guys saving my ass when I'm screwing up.
It was I mean, I only noticed because I've been to so many shows, and you can just
Yeah, no,
after a
I
while you
know.
just
Yeah.
tell. But
And it
like
happens. It
it
happens. We're
happened. Yeah.
humans.
And that what happened is, yeah, it was you actually. You
We're
got
not
caught up in
playing
the
with
moment.
computers, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you just got caught up in the
There's nothing
moment,
wrong with that.
and then they were ready to go on. Like I think you were supposed to stop or something, and they were ready to go on. And like
Sounds about right.
yeah, and then and then like you didn't stop, and Patrick was, and when you did, it was too late, and so he just kind of came in and like swooped in and made it cohesive enough that nobody would notice. But I was like, but you
Thank you,
kind of
Patrick.
turned to him, and I saw this look, and I was like, oh, like
Yeah, I probably do. I love to wear it, or like I love to curse as soon as I'm screwing
yeah,
up, and just like
yeah,
I'll either smile, or I'll have like a I don't
yeah,
know, like some kind
yeah,
of curse word that I yell really loudly.
yeah, yeah. It was the smile that gave it away.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, oops.
But yeah,
Yikes. That's
not to
awesome.
call you guys out, but it was just, it's
No,
just
no,
to
no.
show, that you guys have such a good camaraderie and such a good,
Well,
friendship.
it's dope that you see that, because like when I go and see my favorite bands and something like that happens, I like it, it's like a good reminder of like how everyone's just like a human, you know? I'm
Yeah,
like,
you're
I'll
human.
go and see like a big band, and like they might flub some part, and they're all like,
Yeah,
oh shit. And they just keep playing,
yeah,
and they're just like, there's something to be said about that. And like, you know, more and more of those kind of experiences are like getting too perfect, like with like electronic music and stuff. Like
yeah,
there that doesn't allow that to happen sometimes. Although
yeah,
I have seen an EDM show that cut out once,
yeah,
but I don't know. Yeah, it's just a good reminder that like, yeah, everybody screws up
yeah,
sometimes, and it's kind of fun to see your favorite band like have that moment. You're like,
yeah, yeah. But it's not so much that it's not a, I don't think it's a bad thing, because for that very reason, it
right,
reminds you people are human. But at the same
yeah,
token, it also reminds you that like the band is live. You're not listening to a track.
right,
It's not on TV. You're
yeah,
there live with it, and shit's gonna happen, and nobody's perfect. So, just
yeah,
it reminds you to just kind of roll with it and be like, this is why I'm here, to see them play, regardless of whether they fucking suck or not.
exactly.
Like it's
Yeah, dude,
here.
I saw like I went and saw Spoon like open for Beck like a little while ago, and they had like it was the first night of the tour, and they like had this moment where everything was like the guitar cut out and then like the vocal cut out, and you could tell that they were like on stage in
Yeah,
front of a bunch of people, and they were just kind of like looking around and nothing was working, but they played it off perfectly, and it made me love that set so much, because they were like,
yeah,
they just extended a couple things and they just kept kind of
Yeah.
like rolling. They were all kind of like talking to each other. And then once they got back, the crowd was like so hyped. They were like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And it was
Well,
like
that's
a
so
cool way to see
cool.
them
Yeah.
like be people.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
mean, it happens, you know, and I've seen it too, where, you know, my favorite bands have something has happened, or you know, whatever, and it
We like
actually
stuff like
almost
that.
kind of makes you more excited, you know,
Yeah.
like, you
Yeah.
know, I don't know, it does
For
me
sure.
anyway.
My favorite band's Blink-182 and they screw up live constantly, so I get it from them.
Yeah,
I can say that because they're my favorite band.
can you guess who my favorite band is?
Martial Law Band?
That's a not a local band. That's a given.
Oh, okay. Not local, not local.
Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm. I don't know. Red Hot Chili Peppers? I don't
No,
know.
not even. Not
I don't
close.
know. Okay, like what kind of what realm of music are they in?
Kind of pop.
Hmm.
Kind of
Okay.
indie pop. But they're a band
Ah. Okay.
from the 90s.
From the 90s. From the
Yeah.
90s. Oh, Third Eye Blind. No?
Same genre, but not them. Yeah, same genre.
Okay.
You're on the right track.
It's not Oasis. I said Oasis earlier. Nirvana. No. That's not in
I
the same.
wish
That's
they
not
were
in the
my
same.
favorite band, but they're not.
Shit. Okay. Sugar Ray. No, now I'm just like naming random shit.
Damn, I haven't heard them since
Radiohead.
high school. Holy shit.
Dude, I was listening to Sunday when the
Yeah,
night passed me by. It's so
yeah.
good.
I loved them so much. They were my jam in high school, for real. I loved
Yeah.
them. Like they were
Hell
just
yeah.
bomb.
They were the jams for sure.
They were, yeah. It was them and the band I'm about to tell you that's my favorite band, and
Who's it?
Matchbox 20.
Oh yeah, Matchbox 20.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, they're like
Real
my
ones.
favorite band.
Real
But my
ones.
very favorite band, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Can't
Drum
make
roll.
fun of me, okay?
Okay.
Hanson.
Oh, not what I expected, but hell yes. Love that answer. Unfortunately, I only know one song by Hanson, but it's a good one. And it's
Is
stuck in
it
my
the
head forever.
normal one? Is it the
What's
normal
that?
one? Is it the
Yeah.
normal one? Yeah,
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 it's the one that everyone knows.
yeah.
I don't know.
I recommend you try and listen to something different.
From them, yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, they
like
still make records, huh?
yeah, we just crossed 20 years. Yeah, yeah.
Whoa.
They've put out in total with their fan EPs and their like public releases, they've put out somewhere near 25 um albums.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
Still killing it. I saw that they
yeah,
released some beers called Hops
yeah,
once.
yeah.
I
Well,
was
they
about to
still
hop on
do.
that.
Yeah.
But
Pretty good.
that's dope. That's dope.
But
Okay, I'll check out Hanson. I guess I'll check
yeah,
out Hanson after this.
they're a band. They're not like that. What everybody, you know, everybody
Yeah,
falls back to Bop, and that was like 20 years ago. You know, so
sure.
uh, they turned all their music into like an orchestra last year and put out an
Whoa.
orchestra like
Respect.
album, and yeah. So I mean, I could go on forever, but
That's dope.
that's
It
fine.
reminds me of one of my favorite bands. One of my favorite bands called The Main, and they like started off as like, like a
I
while
know who they
ago
are. Yeah,
with more of like a pop kind of vibe, and then
yeah,
now like through the years they've become kind of more like rock and roll, and
yeah,
they're kind of like a band that I've grown up with, or I feel like
yeah,
I've grown up with.
yeah,
Um, and so I feel it in that way where it's like just like seeing the progression of
yeah,
these dudes that like, and when I tell people I love the Main, they like remember them from like this
yeah,
old
yeah,
like emo pop era,
yeah,
although now they're like grown ass dudes who play like rock and roll, so
yeah.
shout out the
I,
Main.
it's been Hanson and Fall Out Boy have been my like, and Matchbox 20.
Ah,
Those have been my like
yeah,
three
I
favorite
love Fall Out Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
They're
used to cover them like in a bunch of bands. Yeah.
yeah, they're my heart.
Yes.
I got to meet Pete Wentz and Patrick
Dude.
Stump, and I about
Sick.
died. I
Yeah, I
died.
would too. That's so sick. Yeah, I have mad respect for those guys.
Yeah.
Love that band. Yeah.
Talk about a band that, I mean, their music's good, but like the lyrics, I wish I could write lyrics like that as a songwriter. Like that's just like
Yeah. That's Pete Wentz
unreal.
who writes the lyrics, yeah?
Yeah, yeah,
That's so sick. And then Patrick just like finds a way to like put him into a melody. Love
yeah,
that. That's so
yeah.
cool.
It really amazes me what they can do, and like their shows are always amazing. It never
Yeah.
fails, you know. But
Yeah. I saw them the first time I saw them was like I saw them at the Tacoma Dome
yeah,
in 2005, I
yeah,
think it was. And it
I
was
was
with
there
All
too.
American Rejects
Yeah,
and Hawthorne Heights, and From
yeah,
First to Last before Sonny was Skrillex. He was in From First to Last.
yeah.
And I like used to live in Alaska, and my mom like flew me down here to see that show, and
Yeah,
I remember it so well because that From Under the Cork Tree album is like iconic as fuck in my eyes. So
iconic. Yeah,
yeah,
iconic.
one of my favorites.
Yeah, me too. One of the
Yeah.
only albums I can listen to front to back, and
Yeah.
you know, like there's so many albums you can't do that with anymore, and that's one that that and their I always forget the name of it, but I can see it in my head.
Take This to Your Grave or
No,
Infinity on High.
on high. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I can see
That
the
album's
sheep.
super dope. Yeah, the sheep, yeah. The
um,
Jay-Z intro was epic on that one.
Oh, epic, epic.
I
So,
love that they
like
did
coming from
that.
somebody who grew up with Jay-Z on like everything, everywhere, you know,
Yeah.
like it's just
Yeah.
it's so cool. Like they've collaborated with so many amazing. I really love the song that they collaborated with Elton John, and
Oh
that's,
yeah.
you know, that song just like
Oh yeah, I
totally
forgot that
works.
even happened. How
Yeah,
the hell did they get Elton John? That's so crazy.
right. I'm
That's so
telling you,
crazy.
dude, like it's just a
Oh.
I'm gonna try and see if I can't remember the name of it, and I'm sorry, Fall Out Boy. I'm failing you as an artist.
That's all right.
I'm a terrible person.
Sorry, I'm turning some lights on in here.
Let's see. Mania, that's what it is. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I'll look for it later and tell it to you later. But
Hell yeah.
it's just, you know, I admire that you guys, you know, you guys as musicians and just like coming up can take all of the influence that you have, like Blink 182 or anything like that, uh, and kind of incorporate it, but use your own sound, you know. And you guys have
Thank
a
you.
really distinct sound. I mean, obviously, I
Wow.
listen to a lot of music, and there's nothing like you guys out there, and I love it. Like, Realize is like my favorite song, like of you
Oh,
guys.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well,
Like
I really appreciate it. That means the world. Yeah, that means a lot.
yeah, like you guys have found that kind of sauce that really makes you guys amazing, you know, even live.
That's so
Like,
nice to hear.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been working on it. I don't know. I'm feeling like I'm starting to kind of like finally kind of come into my own like with songwriting and stuff. I've always
Yeah.
kind of like before this I was in a pop punk band, so like those kind of influences will always kind of like shine through a little bit. I love
Yeah.
like big sounding like rock songs
Yeah.
and um so yeah, like Blink 182 is like a random influence, but that's like the reason why I ever picked up a guitar. So like that kind of
Yeah.
style of like angstiness sometimes makes its way through to our music. But as I get older, I just have so many new favorite artists that and styles of music that kind of creep their way into the music as well. So it's kind of always evolving, but always kind of has some of these key elements in it, which was something that kind of found its way into my songwriting. I feel like recently, like
Yeah.
which is kind of nice to finally kind of come to this time where I'm feeling like, yes, I am a product of my influences, but I'm still like, uh, starting to feel like it's sounding like something,
Yeah. You're
and
authentic.
not
Yeah.
completely like other
Yeah.
people. At least I hope so. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
No, you guys stay authentic, and that's really what makes your music stand out, is that you each individually as individuals, but also as a band, are authentic to who you are as a musician and what you're writing and
Thank
what
you.
you're doing, and you wholeheartedly believe in it. And I think that's what makes
Yeah.
the difference. You yourself,
Thank you.
not that I don't think the others do, but I know you a little bit
Hmm.
better than I do the others. And
Hmm.
I feel like you just, your heart and your passion just like drive
Hmm.
all of it on stage.
Thank
On
you. It's
stage,
very
you're a
sweet.
whole different person. Like you're just like the light
Yeah.
comes out of you somewhere, and
Yeah.
it's just like so cool to see. And it's my favorite thing
Thank
because
you.
it's just like there's just like so much like energy, and I
Oh, that means the world.
yeah, it's
Yeah, that
awesome.
kind of comes from watching punk rock bands and stuff like
Right.
coming
Yeah.
up and
It
stuff. I
makes
just
sense
feel like
now.
the live show is all about like,
Yeah.
bringing some energy, I'm like,
Yeah.
see all these people, staying still and like playing really nicely. And I love that for some
Yeah.
people, but for me, it's like a nice release to just be able to rock out.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it do
Yeah,
you
dude.
kind of find that it's even now in quarantine, I know in the beginning you were kind of saying that you were struggling with it because you couldn't be
Yeah.
with the guys to play, and not to
Yeah.
kind of call out the struggle, but like as a
No,
band,
it's okay to
you
talk
know,
about. Yeah.
can you tell us a little bit how that's been for you guys and what you kind of had to do to kind of get through it?
Yeah. Yeah. So it was so weird because we had been, what I felt like was on this kind of like, we were starting to have some momentum
Yeah.
basically. Like the last few shows we played were like really successful and good shows, and we've been kind of like working our way up to this for a while. And
Yeah.
um so yeah, when all of this happened, we had like our headlining show at Chop Suey canceled, and we were like, we had never really played like a real headlining show in Seattle yet, so we were like stoked to do that. And then
Yeah.
COVID happened and killed our dreams. And then the first month was just kind of like figuring out like how to adapt. I feel like
Yeah.
it was so weird, because I was like, on top of being in the band, I play like weekly, couple gigs a week and stuff, like just to support myself. And all of those, it's just like no more gigs, like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so we were trying to come up with a bunch of different ideas. And for a while, we were doing like a Thursday night stream, and then I was starting to kind of get comfortable, like getting on and doing this stuff, like, and getting on like,
Yeah.
my phone and streaming myself. I was kind of uncomfortable about it at first, but I'm starting to kind of
Yeah.
feel a little better about it. So, um, and then I just decided that, we need to like be putting out some kind of content. So I've been trying to do a weekly cover also, just like random, just whatever
Yeah.
I'm feeling that week, which has been fun.
Yeah.
Um, and so that took up a couple days a week for content on social media. But then I was starting to like feel like anxious about playing gigs. Like I wanted to play gigs so bad. So I went out and bought a bunch of streaming gear, and I've been just randomly streaming on Twitch and like with
Yeah.
friends and like on Facebook sometimes. And that's
Yeah.
been, it's not quite like playing real shows, but it's like, if I'll take what I can get right now. So I've been
Yeah.
trying to stay busy with that.
Yeah.
Um, so it's like all adapt lately. I don't think anybody really knows, how to handle this. And there's some people that are starting to kind of figure it out. And, um, but yeah, it's strange. The music it's so reliant on like human connections and stuff. So it's just a
Yeah.
very strange time for us. And it's like, I just moved to Seattle like 6 months ago to do
Yeah.
music, and then now
Yeah.
it's like put on hold, but we're just trying to do the best we can. Oh, and we've also been recording a record. I forgot, that's an important
Yeah.
part too.
I was gonna bring
Um,
it. I was gonna bring that up, but I'm glad you mentioned it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We, since we can't play gigs, I've been like writing like crazy. The first month of the quarantine, I didn't like do anything. Like I was kind of bummed out and like trying
Yeah.
to figure out what I was going to do with my life. Like
Yeah.
everything that I had like was just totally shelved. So I started writing a bunch of songs, and then I brought them to the band, and we've started rehearsing them and writing them together. And so we have 5 new songs that are on the way right now, and we're hoping to put a single out like in like a month probably. I don't want to put like a date on it, but
Yeah.
but we have a song that and there's a couple songs on out of the 5 that I'm like super pumped about. And the first one that I think we're planning on releasing sounds totally different than anything we've done before, but still kind of sounds like us at the same time. Like nervous and excited to release it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Is it any of the ones you were playing on your live about a month ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple of them probably. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
playing. So we're redoing "Feels Like Hell." We released that as like a demo for
Yeah.
the Bandcamp thing, and that was just like our demo that we just mixed up and made it sound better
Yeah.
before we released it. But we kind of did that ourselves, and we did it pretty quickly. Still super pumped about how it came out, but we're gonna we've re-recorded it with like actual drums because those drums we like played on a keyboard and stuff. So
Yeah.
so that should sound different. And then 4 brand new ones. We've been playing a couple of them live. And I think actually one of the ones that you posted on your channel, like when you saw us at the Tractor Tavern, right? Remember that video that I asked from you that one time?
Yeah.
Of us playing live. Anyways, um, we're recording that song, and anyways, I'm pumped.
Yeah.
And then I've still been writing even more like beyond these 5. So I'm
Yeah.
hoping that like we can record some more music, because who knows when we're gonna get back to
Yeah.
gigging. So I'm just like trying to make it like trying to be content on top of all the content and get
Yeah.
whatever's on my mind right now out.
Yeah. Have a backlog maybe, so you have
Yeah,
to work
some
on.
ammo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
for sure. Yeah,
That way you could be like a headliner and do like 2 hours.
exactly. No, I'm so pumped for our live set coming back, because
Yeah.
we've rehearsed a few times,
Yeah.
and each time we get together, we're like playing these new songs, and it's just, we've been playing a lot of the other ones for a couple years now, so it's just
Yeah.
nice and refreshing to like get back together with the guys and just like play some new
Yeah.
jammers and try to work them out live and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
How was I haven't seen it, so forgive me if I don't know. But
Mm,
I think the music video you did was like your guys' first, right? Like
it
a first
was, yeah.
of a music video to do for a song. Yeah.
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 Yeah, it
Why
was
were you
cool.
doing that? Like you went to Vancouver, I think, right?
We did. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was sick. We linked up with some of Skylar's family, our drummer's brother-in-law, and he like has his own production company, and
Okay.
was asking like if we wanted to link up and make something together. So it's kind of an easy decision. And
Wow. Yeah.
he was, I mean, the crew was amazing. Like we just had to show up and basically just film, and they kind of took everything. So they like wrote the whole story and like and
Yeah.
directed everything, and it was just really nice. We drove up to Vancouver, and we just did some performance shots like in the woods, and did some
Yeah.
performance shots in an apartment, and then they like filmed the other stuff. And yeah, it's kind of like the music video is kind of supposed to be like this couple like kissing basically, and when they kiss, like all this psychedelic shit starts happening, and like plants
Yeah.
start growing and stuff. And
Yeah.
it's pretty sensual music video. But for our first video, I'm pumped, and we are planning on doing another one for the next single that we're releasing. So
Yeah.
we will have we've been talking about the next video as well, and I'm pumped for that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's awesome. I enjoyed that one. Like I just
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty wild. It turned out like pretty I don't know, like it turned out pretty crazy, but
yeah.
super fun. It was fun to make, and I think we want to work with those guys again and stuff. So
Yeah. I was super proud of you guys. I was like Oh, they're like going in the next step and becoming like more famous. Now I
Yeah, we
have
had
to
to do a
share that
video.
with people.
Had to do a video. Yeah. You know, in all the bands that I've ever been in for as long as I have, I've never done a music video, like a
That's
proper video.
crazy.
So it's just,
Yeah,
it was time. Like me and Skylar, like we've been playing in bands for such a long time together and we've always wanted to do one. So we were just like, what, you know, let's just do it.
what the hell? Yeah,
We found a production team that wants to work with us. They're great and let's just go for it. So
yeah,
it was nice to get that experience for sure.
yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I super enjoyed it. I was way pumped when you put
Thanks.
that out. I was just like, yes, let's do this thing.
Thanks. Yeah, hell yeah. Thank you. Thank
I don't
you.
know. I'm kind of biased though because I kind of know you, so I was like, oh, this is gonna be amazing.
Well, that's really sweet. That's really sweet. Yeah, it's you know, it's crazy. It's fun to like be able to do this kind of stuff. I just didn't know like
Yeah, be
there was a
creative.
couple years before this project where like I didn't know what I was gonna do, and it's just nice to
Yeah,
be like working on something that gives you some purpose and stuff. It's
yeah.
fun.
So did you kind of know, just you personally, not everybody else, but did you
Yeah.
kind of know that you wanted to do music, or was it just something that kind of evolved because you knew your friends? It just was something to do.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was actually like a balance of both because I did fall in love with music at like the same time that a bunch of my friends were getting into music, and like one of my best friends in particular like got a guitar like as we were starting to like listen to punk records like when we were like probably 10 or like 11 years old.
Yeah,
Um, and so I just like obsessed about it from that age.
yeah,
And I don't know where that came from exactly. I couldn't tell you, but I just like always felt like I was obsessed with music from that moment. And I would like, you know, I grew up in a really small town out in the middle of nowhere. So I had a ton of time to like chill out and like play guitar and like
yeah,
try to like write shitty songs and stuff and like figure out everything. And
yeah,
um, so I'm like really thankful for that. But yeah, for some reason, I've just had this like thing inside of me where like I just feel like I always have to play. And it's weird when I don't. And I've had times where I've like kind of put it aside for like a moment, never for too
yeah,
long, thankfully, but
yeah,
I always seem to like lose myself in that. So I just figure like I always got to kind of continue playing,
yeah,
no matter what. And things seem to feel a little bit more normal that way. And I don't become like a sad boy, you know?
yeah,
um, so yeah, yes. First, you know, and then luckily I just had friends that were like also interested in getting a guitar. So like I was able to start a band when I was
yeah,
12 and we would like play Blink songs and Sum 41 and Green Day and stuff. We'd like play
yeah.
in bars and like when we were 13, they'd like bars would hire us and stuff, which is crazy. And like it
That's awesome.
was a really good crash course on like how to be a musician at a young age. And I'm really
Yeah,
glad that I was able to get those awkward years out of the way before
yeah.
I got older, you know.
Did you
Yeah.
have a lot of support from your family? And you obviously you did from your friends because they were playing with you, but did you have a lot of support from your family, or was it something they had to kind of get used to?
I did. I'm one of the lucky ones. I yeah, my parents have been mega supportive. Like my dad bought me my first guitar. He's bought me a ton of guitars. He's just always like super, I don't know. He's all about it, and I
Yeah,
couldn't ask for any better situation because I'm around other people that like maybe not didn't have like that full on support like that,
yeah,
um but still like you know driving me to gigs and like making sure that I'm on time to practice like
yeah,
you know long before I could drive I was doing this like a couple times a week you know. And
yeah.
so yeah, they've always been really supportive. I'm super thankful for that,
That's
for sure,
awesome.
for
Yeah, for
sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Where's a place that you want to, like, you dream of playing? I mean, obviously COVID's kind of gonna
Oh,
put everything on hold, but
I
you
already
know,
have it.
let's hypothetically speaking, COVID never existed. Where would you want to like play?
My dream venue in Seattle to play is the Paramount Theater. I want to play
Yeah,
there so bad.
yeah,
So This
That's
is
a great
I'm
venue.
using the secret right now, and we're gonna get there through
I
just
see it.
thinking about it.
Yes, we're
Um,
manifesting that, friend.
yeah, yeah. Well, and like I really want to play like, obviously we'd love to go on tour and play a bunch of like clubs
Yeah,
around America and stuff, but like for Seattle, I feel like it just means a lot more because, even before I lived near Seattle, I went to shows and like I
yeah,
was telling you, like came down here to see Fall Out Boy and stuff.
yeah,
So I'd go and see shows at like um, El Corazon and Showbox, and like through
yeah,
the years and through sticking it out, I've been able to play a ton of those venues. And so there's a few venues where like I haven't been able to yet, and
yeah,
I'm just like they're that kind of next level, next
yeah,
tier.
yeah,
Like, and if we ever got an opportunity to open for literally anyone at the Paramount Theater, I would do it just so I could play that venue. It
yeah.
could be literally anyone. No, but I just love that venue so much. I feel like some of my favorite shows I've ever seen are there, and everyone sounds good there, and it's just a
Yeah,
beautiful venue. So that's like my dream. Yeah,
yeah.
it's
That's
also
a
the first place I ever saw a concert. I should
really.
mention that too.
Who was your first person you saw in concert?
It was Simple Plan and MXPX
Wow. Okay.
at the Paramount. Yeah, and Billy
Wow.
Talent they opened too. I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
But I was like 11,
Yeah.
and you know, yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy that that was my first show. MXPX. My last band worked with those guys, so it's just like
Oh
crazy
wow.
full circle shit. So,
Yeah.
um, you know, I don't know. Yeah, and then so as soon as I can play the Paramount, I'm like, that's when
You're
I
like,
feel
I'm
like I've made it. I've
there.
made it for sure.
Can you want to know what my first band was to see? Your first concert?
Yes. What is it, Hanson?
No, actually. New Kids on the Block. I was 7 years old.
Holy cow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's like one of my mom's favorites.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's awesome. Yeah, yeah. Sorry. There's no offense. My mom's cool. My mom's cool.
I know I'm old. It's all right.
No, no, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. They
Um,
still tour.
yeah, that is true. They do. I did see them 20 years later.
Amazing.
Actually 30 years later. Come to think of it. But yeah, that
Wow.
was my first, but I've seen like how many concerts have you seen in your life?
Woo! I have no clue. It's got to be in like, I don't know. It's got to be a lot. I've seen so many shows. I'm like dying from like I want to see shows so bad right now.
Me too.
I had so many tickets bought too.
Yeah, me too.
But how many have you seen? Do you have a count?
Yeah. I have a
Do you have a
book.
count?
Yeah, I have a book that's about this thick and it has all
Oh,
of
I wish I would have done that.
yeah, that has all of them, but it also has as many tickets as I could keep
Wow.
in it as well. And so the person I've seen the most is Hanson. I've seen them 14 times. And then
Hell yeah.
yeah. And then close second would be Fall Out Boy. I've seen them 5. But
Awesome.
in total I've seen 468 concerts.
Wow. That is a metric shit ton. That is insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's like I wish I knew my number,
Yeah.
I wish I knew.
But
There was
most
just a
people don't
time
know. That's the
yeah.
thing. They don't keep track. They're just like, I went to a bunch. And me,
Yeah,
I
exactly.
wanted to know. I just wanted to like. I started when I was like
I love
15,
that.
writing them all down.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it could be more because I saw more before that. But when I was
Yeah.
started,
There's like a few years where I would go to like 4 festivals in a year and then like
yeah,
also be going to shows all the time in between.
yeah,
And I've kind of slowed down in that regard now,
yeah. It gets
but
expensive.
yeah, dude, seriously. Yeah, now am I getting older, dude? I can't like just drink for 4 days straight anymore.
Oh
And just
my god.
like it completely ruins me. Like for a
Oh my
month, I'm
god.
just worthless.
Oh my god. I feel that so much. Even going to like,
Yeah.
the local shows and stuff, like I think I topped out last year before January and February I topped out at like somewhere near 30 in a month. And so,
Awesome.
yeah, and
Awesome.
some were like 2 in a day, so it wasn't like every day. But
You're doing God's work, Kara. You're doing God's work.
I don't know about that. We'll see when I get to the pearly gates and he's like, good job, good job. I don't know.
You went to hella shows. Yeah.
It's what I made you for. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But it's funny because I try and go to like, you know, concerts too. And so it's like sometimes I have to choose, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
you guys are playing one night, and so is
Yeah.
for the hell of it Hanson. And I'm like, God damn it. Like,
Gotta catch Hanson.
Yeah.
Gotta catch Hanson. I don't
Sorry,
even blame
guys,
you, you know?
but so the last
I don't
year
even
was
blame you.
hilarious. The last Hanson show was in October. We were in line for 8 hours, right? You know who starts? Yeah, you know who starts walking up the road?
Hanson?
No. Well, they did, but that's beside the point. Marshall started walking up the road.
Oh, nice.
I had just interviewed him the week before. Like, that's the
Yeah.
first time I met him. And I was like,
Yeah.
hey, I know that guy. Where do I know that guy? How do I know that
Marshall's
guy?
like, I'm just about to go see Hanson.
No, he was not. No, he was like, no, my homie lives right here. I was like, oh my God, it's Marshall. And then, like, after that, the people in line were like, do you know that guy? I was like, obviously, I was talking to him,
Yeah, I spoke words to him. Yeah.
But like that day, 3 people in like local bands were walking past, and I was just like,
that's
you're
like I've been to a few shows. I know. Yeah, you just know everyone walking by now.
So everybody in line was like, do you like know everybody? And I'm like, not really, but kinda.
You're like, I'm kind of a big deal. It's not a big thing, but I'm kind of a big deal.
Yeah, kind of a bit. Oh my God, it's so funny that you so on Friday my friend was like my friend at work, he goes, you're kind of famous. And I was like, I'm kind of not. No. And he's like, yeah, you kind of are. Like, now you're like, you've got so many people. And I'm just like, yeah,
You do.
like, I'm not that. I'm not like you guys where you could go on a stage and like everybody's screaming your name, like.
But also like we need people like you. You know what I mean? You're going out to the shows and like everybody and like you're connecting people and you're like getting people involved in the local scene. Like very important. So
yeah,
like I said, you're doing God's work.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I just thought it was kind of funny because I was like, I don't even think of myself as that, but I'm like, I want to just like make it so you guys are, like I want to push you guys higher.
Sweet. Yeah,
be
that's
the
very sweet, and you are, and we appreciate it so much. I know that you like gas up tons of like of your favorite local artists, and seriously, like can't say it enough. There's, it's weird being a local artist because there's always like it's just hard to break through to that next level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes, and so it's just like it's just cool like when anybody pays attention or like gives us an opportunity to do something like this. So it goes a long way. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you. It's just because I love you guys.
Yeah. Well, we love you too. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, do you want to play? Awesome. We're almost like an hour in. Do you want to play something so people can hear you guys?
Yeah. Let me go grab my acoustic really quick. Sorry, I should have had it right next to me, but it's in the other room. So I'll be right back.
Okay.
And I'll play a couple jams.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. So I am totally excited for you guys to hear him because their music is really super awesome and fun. And if you haven't heard of them, definitely follow them on The Lovely Colors. I'll post their stuff later so that you guys can follow them.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. I'm going to take me off so that you're focused.
Okay, dope. Hey, if you're out there, thank you so much for tuning in. Listen to me and Kara talk about my band, Lovely Colors. We just released a couple new songs, and I thought I would play some of those songs. This first one is called Feels Like Hell, and we just released it on all streaming platforms, so if you like it, check it out. I woke up, pretended like I cared, but my boots are. Walk through the hall, reach into the drawer where my things were. It feels like hell, waiting for the end when you're all I know. It feels like hell, waiting in the end, I feel your ghost. Heart's on fire, I'm heavy, I'm a wreck, I'm skin and bones. It feels like snow, the 4th of July, it feels so cold. No, feel like I'm gonna break down. I wanna sing you. Oh, you're feeling blue. It feels like hell, waiting for the end when you're all I know. It feels like hell, waiting in the end, I feel your ghost. It feels like hell, waiting for the end when you're all I know. It feels like hell, waiting in the end, I feel your ghost. It feels like hell, waiting for the end when you're all I know. It feels like hell, waiting in the end, I feel your ghost. It feels like hell, waiting in the end, I feel your ghost. It feels like hell, waiting in the end, I feel your ghost. Heart's on fire, I'm heavy, I'm a wreck, I'm skin and bones. All right.
Yay!
Hey, there she is.
I've learned a lot from this thing that I could make you guys bigger, which is really awesome, and I don't have to be here like nodding along, you know?
Yeah. Oh, because you were like stuck on the other one or something?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's nice. Sorry, my guitar's super out of tune.
Yeah. I really like that song a lot, actually. That song,
Thank you.
Yeah. I
Thank you. It's kind of like a chill song, but
yeah.
But I like that melody a lot. It was stuck in my head for a week, so I thought that I might as well turn it into a song. Sorry, give me 1 sec. I'm just gonna tune this really quick.
Yeah, for sure. Take your time.
And then I was thinking I could play another one if you're cool with that.
Of course, you could play all day long, friend, and I would not say no.
Hell yeah.
Honestly.
My guitar was so out of tune for that last one. I apologize to anybody who like plays guitar and heard me play just then. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to play the other track that we released on that one somewhere.
Yeah.
I got a nice little acoustic version of that one. So.
Okay.
Sounds a lot better. All right.
There you go. Yeah.
No, no, you want to, but you ain't going nowhere. No, no, you try to, we don't know it ain't fair. No, when I ask you, say you don't care. Fall back to the corner of my room, heavy with a blank stare. Woo, no, you don't care. Yeah. Woo, you're going nowhere. Somewhere. Somewhere. No need to explain. Said you like to be free. I've been right. Know that you wanna leave. No, I might be tripping, but you don't see what I see. Fall back to the ghost in the room, said I wanna hurt. Woo, no, you don't care. Yeah. Woo, going nowhere. Woo, no, you don't care. Yeah. Woo, going nowhere.
Yay!
Boom.
Question. While you have your guitar, hold on.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah, what's up?
Can you
You want
play?
me to sing Mbop or something?
I wish. Can you play like a stripped down version of Realize? That's like my favorite song by you guys.
Sure. I'll do that. This is special for you, okay? Because I've never rehearsed this before, so it's been a while since I played this too. We haven't played any gigs lately, so yeah. Here it comes. Days, my mind is in a maze. The attitude is nothing really new, just like all the abuse. I'm biting on my nails, I can't walk out the door, I'm feeling kinda strange. Woohoo, is it all in my head? Oh, nah. Sometimes you gotta realize what you are open just to find, it's all inside. Ooh, it's easier to say. Well, this is nothing new, so it's inside of you. Oh, sometimes you gotta realize I guess that's all I can really do. There's normally a guitar solo there.
Yeah. I
can't really play it on this.
For doing that.
You haven't played that one in a while. My voice is tired. Sorry.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
Screwed that up.
That's all good. Thank you for doing it, though. I mean, you were
of course.
For that, so.
Of course. Dude, can I play one more, actually?
Dude, bring it on. Play as many as you want.
So this is like an old song that I wrote a long time ago that I think I'm gonna like reintroduce to like Lovely Colors and try to like redo it a little bit.
Okay.
But I was just recording it all day today.
Okay.
And so yeah, this is like an exclusive. This is a brand new thing.
I love exclusives.
Yes.
I live for them.
So this song is called Bloom, and it's really short for now. I'm going to extend it. It's only like a minute and a half right now, but this is what I got so far. Ready? Hold on. All right. Left all the lights on. Did I so much energy wasted? Ooh. Wheels of concrete road, driven on by your semi-flow of angry words. I tried my best, I shouldn't have lost my way. Tried to keep my cool while you were away. Now it's too late. That's all I got. That's a new one.
I like it.
It's like kind of a sad thing, so sorry.
No, I love sad songs. Are you kidding? I am all about the sad.
I'm an emo boy deep down.
I think I am too, honestly. I think it resonates with me a little too much.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for emo to circle back around and become cool again, so I can take over.
Right.
I'll be 40 maybe when it happens, but screw it. I'll bring back the straight and bangs.
Yes. I will show you a picture of mine when I did that, and
yes, yeah, I have a good one too. We can trade photos because mine is terrifying. I used to have like just hair that was this big, like that was long and straight.
Me too.
And I wore like skin tight skinny jeans, like absurdly skinny. And that was my life. Studded belts and fucking yeah.
I loved it a little too much. I was in it for a while. Yeah.
I gotta show you my last band's music because I was listening to it recently and it is like mega angsty. And it's pretty awesome. If you like Fall Out Boy, you probably really like it, honestly. It's like right up that.
If they're anything like that, if you guys are anything like that, I'll love it to death.
I'll send you some tracks just to like get your opinion on it. Pretty funny. Yeah. But also like pretty good too. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely the song that I'm gonna put out is so sad. But it's definitely like I've learned to embrace it, you know? You gotta embrace the sad, I think.
Yeah, wait, you mean you're recording music or something?
Yeah, so I wrote from January to March, I wrote about probably 10 songs. And I'm gonna I'm gonna release the first one on June 23rd, which is my birthday.
Whoa, that's huge. Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, so it's really sad, but it's definitely like the other ones are kind of more happy, but that one was really like I was really in my feels, and so I was like, I'll just do that one first and get it out of the way.
Sad vibes, like always, like I don't know, like depending on how I'm feeling, like I'll have to work through those sad songs to get to
Yeah.
happier ones, because that's like what I want to get out first most of the
Yeah.
time. It's weird.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always have like, with a group of songs that I'm writing, I always have like some mega depressing shit.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
That was one of them. I feel like that last song, I'm just, not necessarily that I'm in that mood now, but it was kind of an idea that I was messing around with a long time ago. But yeah, it just kind of lends it, that guitar part kind of makes it a little
sad. I like
so
it.
I just went for it fully.
Yeah, embrace it, friend. Yeah. You're amazing at it, so embrace it. It'll be amazing. Everything you do is amazing.
Thank you so much, like, for always supporting. It means the freaking world to us.
Yeah, of course. You guys are my friends. You're in the LMS family. We love you, or I love you. I guess it's not a we.
Yeah.
I gotta get out of the
that's
we.
Okay. No, that's okay. It's big now. Yeah.
You know, me and my whole homies behind me. It's
all these guys back here.
Right.
Yeah.
But
well, I'm super appreciate you having me on and like spending the time to like talk about my, music and our band's music. Just the fact that you care is super dope. So thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just what I love, and I like to share everybody. And I've been dying to have you on and share your music.
About time we made it happen. I'm so sorry about those other times. Totally my fault. But yeah, we'll have to do this again for sure.
Yeah.
And maybe we can get some of the guys next time. Yeah. We can have a party.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I do it every day. So if you see a day open, then just message me and be like, dude.
All right.
I want this day.
I will.
Reserve it.
I will.
You can even tell me ahead of time before I even open up the month and be like, I want this day, and I will reserve it just for you. That's how much I love you.
All right. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you so much for coming on, friend. You are
thank you. Amazing. Thank you. Well, we'll talk soon, and I'll send you those tracks just because I just want to see what you think about them, and we'll talk soon, and we'll link up soon. And
sure.
as soon as I know when our first show back is,
dude, let me know. Yeah. Let me know. I am going to be the first person in line right there, front row.
Yes. Thank you.
Always.
All right.
Well, everybody go follow them. They're the lovely, it's Lovely Colors.
Yeah, you can call us the Lovely Colors, though. I feel like that sounds pretty tight too. But
I do. I can call you that. But,
yeah, you could. I'm not partial to either. We're cool with anything.
So,
but yeah.
Tell them where your stuff is found.
Yeah. So, Instagram, Lovely Colors Music. Colors is spelled with a U. Fancy colors spelling. And that's where we are most active. But you can also find us on TikTok. I think we're just Lovely Colors on TikTok. I've been posting a bunch of covers on there. And YouTube under Lovely Colors Music, I'm pretty sure. So, and we're on Apple Music, Spotify, all that shiz. So check us out.
Man,
mean the world.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, Karen.
There's new ones on Bandcamp, guys.
Yeah, we have new music coming.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So go check them out. They're amazing. If and when we get back to normal life and you can see them live, they're hugely amazing live. So be sure to check them out.
Thank you.
Yeah. We love you. Tell the guys I say hi.
All right, I will. All right.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.
Bye.